What's poppin', everybody? This is Saber94. Today I'm going to be showing you guys Hydreigon EX from Surgeon Sparks, Darkland discard. So basic strategy, to be honest. This card is a stage 2 Pokemon, 330 HP, very good. Crazy difficult attack to use in Obsidian. One of those multi energy attacks, Psychic, Darkness, Metal, and a colorless. Big cost, it's going to do 130 on the active and then 130 to 2 more Pokemon, so basically 330 total, 390 damage total if you think about it. But we're not going to be using this attack. It follows as other Terra Pokemon with these multiple energy attacks. You kind of go through some hoops to use them. We're going to be focusing on Crashing Headbutt, the main attraction here. 200 damage for 2 energies, and discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. So this is going to be a very straightforward, just beatdown deck basically, even though we mill cards with this card. I don't have any additional cards for extra milling. It's going to be kind of like how the old Flygon level X deck used to be. I mean, that deck did have ways to just try and trap your opponent and maybe deck them out, but it was mostly you did a lot of damage. Flygon was a strong Pokemon in general, and the deck out was just an extra bonus to just hinder your opponent even more. By discarding their cards, they're going to be losing resources maybe to evolve their Pokemon, important techs, important supporters, energies. Never know what they're going to get. They're going to have to discard. So that's sort of the strategy here. Just going to be a beatdown deck, trying to get this guy as soon as possible and attacking with some disruption. So the only attacker is this guy, just a 4-1 4-line. We do the 4 Dino from Surgeon Sparks 2. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck, makes sense. And then as well as discards 2 cards if you attack. And sometimes these guys, they are going to come up just to get a little bit of extra milling and just deplete our opponent from their resources. I got the Radiant Greninja here because we are going to be discarding darkness energies and trying to get them with Dark Patch. Makes this guy get powered up even quicker and makes it a reliable attack. If it wasn't for Dark Patch, just attaching manually 2 would have been a bit too slow without any other extra energy acceleration. And I got the double Rotom too because we do aim to play first once again, like with the Ceruledge deck. Just try and play first, get this guy as soon as possible, draw the free first 3 since we can't do anything else first turn. And then I get to put in the stone and get a free card. I did want to build this deck with perhaps Darkrai V-Star or even better Arceus V-Star to have that guy exploit that sort of V-Star power. But unfortunately we don't have a lot of space. It's very difficult to include Dark Patches, enough consistency cards, and run in an evolution line like that, a stage 1 basically. So I opted in to favor Rotom and then the stone. We just save more space like that. Best way I can describe it. Okay, I got a lot of trainers, as you guys can see, because we need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of consistency balls like Nest Ball and Ultra Ball. Discard Outlet and the best way to get evolution Pokemon. I got the double Pofin too to get the Dinos, and that's about it. And max out the Trekking Shoes too for more item-based draw. Maybe mill some darkness energies and just be very consistent. That's the point. Max out the rare candy to evolve into the stage 2s. Self-explanatory. Double vessel to gather those darkness energies. Discard once again. Combo stuff with Greninja 2. It's just you gotta have them. I think 2 is a good enough number. And then I got double switch. So we do have some Pokemon that could get stuck, like if I have a Hydreigon ready to go, but then I got another one on the bench that's not ready to go yet, my opponent might try and get it stuck, or just try and get something stuck like Rotom or something, or just something. It could be annoying. We do have, like if it's something like Rotom or Greninja, I can retreat them, but switches are handy. And switch is also handy because, like I've said, this is a straight up beatdown deck. There's not really any deeper strategy. We can't get 1-hit KOs by just doing 200. We're just going to be 2-hit KOing things. So a lot of the times our opponent's going to hit us and Hydreigon is going to be vulnerable to die next turn, so I just want to move it out of the way. Attack with another Hydreigon, and then they got to use boss's orders to finish it off or something. So that's where the switches come in, and that's where the Scoop Up Cyclone comes in too. So this is my ace pick of choice in this deck because, once again, like I've said, we just want to deny our opponent prizes. Just try and get Hydreigon as soon as possible, start attacking, milling stuff. Deny him of 2 big prizes of our main dude, put him back in hand, attack with another Hydreigon. Just keep milling and just hopefully outbeat our opponent, basically. Like I've said, beat down deck with some milling. Got the triple dark patch as well. Get some darkness energies from the discard pile. Important, I can't max it out. There's just not enough space. I have to drop something else and I don't want to. So 3 should be good enough. And if you see this early and then you can't use it, then it sucks. Obviously, it's a brick card at the wrong time. So 3 is a good enough number. I got the Forest Seal Stone as well. I can't wait for this card to get banned. But in this case, we're using it. Since I got the Rotoms, get a free card. Helps me evolve into the stage 2 basically. Super quick. You guys should know the drill by now with this. Use Arven, get this, and then get the missing piece. Like a Pokemon or the candy that you're missing. Alright. And I believe that should be all of the item cards. So as you guys can see, just a lot of consistency options, and everything that's a tech, it's basically for some utility, like Switch, the Scoop Up Cyclone. Like I've said, I favor this over Prime Catcher. I don't even actually have boss's orders in this deck because it's not about that. Whatever they promote, our aim is just to keep hitting for 200. And we are going to be getting KOs, of course, eventually, but we're depleting the resources too from the deck. That's the most important part. All right. I think I'm going all over the place here, but you guys get the idea. It's not easy to just... what are you going to combine this guy with? Like, use the supporter bitches that mill your opponent's item cards. That's not very reliable. And as a stage 2, if you run cards like that, then it's going to be difficult for you to get this guy out. We'd rather just try and get him out as soon as possible and just beat our opponent, with the milling being as an extra bonus. That's the best way I can think about using this deck, to be honest. Okay, this guy can take a hit too at the end of the day, so it's the best way to go about it, along with the Scoop Up Cyclone. Now then, supporter cards, I got the 1 Arven and the 1 Irida. This is just a guaranteed way to get the Greninja, get that 1+, I guess. Instead of just searching one item card and then get the item 2. And then Arven gets me the 1-of tool and then an item. We don't have a lot of targets. It's basically 1-1, but if I see this early, it's going to be good. If not, then it just works as a Skyla, can get me a rare candy. I got the 4 Eonos. Once again, solid draw, disruption, gotta have it. Double Youngster, the best shuffle and draw besides Eono. It's gonna draw me 5. That's it. Cynthia, get that value, extra draw when something dies. Could be pretty good. And then the Barry 2, just straight draw 3. Pairs up with Greninja, pairs up with the item, other like search supporters like Arven and Irida. You know, like I've said, like I've said in other videos, Morty is so hit and miss. I've used it. Sometimes it works out. A lot of the times it doesn't. And I don't like that. So I'm just running this guy, which is reliable. Draw 3. Like the old Sharon when you think about it. And I believe that should be it. Like I've said, there's no boss's orders. We're just trying to be consistent as possible. And mill our opponent's cards, basically. Indeed. 11 darkness energies are all the energies I got. You need enough for manual attachments, enough to discard, of course. And yeah, just enough for backup. Because I don't even have like Miriam in this deck. You know, we're just gonna go all out, go ham. And if we work, we work. If we don't, then too bad. Too bad for us, I suppose. And it's a very straightforward deck. Hydreigon, I think this is the best way to run it. Just not overcomplicate things. I mean, if you set them up quickly enough and you start attacking, you get lucky with some mills, your opponent could be devastated. A lot of decks also just go turbo and they draw a lot of stuff and mill a lot of stuff on their own anyway. Against those decks, you're going to find yourself Hydreigon can deck them out even easier. So they're going to have to be very, very careful. You know, with the Pokestops and all the other turbo shit going on. This guy can be a pretty nice rogue choice, I think. So I'll see you guys on the matches. Expect some good things out of this guy. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a